Welcome back to Malt Mafia Sports. I'm Cole Burke here with first team All-American defensive lineman from Lenoir Rhyne University, Mr. Andre Jefferson. How are you doing, sir?
Doing great, man. Living life, love God.
Absolutely. And, playing at Lenoir Rhyne, Division two, but y'all are a Division two powerhouse. Y'all are always top 10 in the nation, made it to the semifinals this year, got knocked out by the future national champions.
Yep.
But y'all are always a good team.
Yep.
Every year, year in, year out. How do y'all plan on continuing that success this year and getting back to where y'all were last year? And then obviously with aspirations of winning the national championship.
Well, with the new coaching staff and these groups of guys that's coming in, and as much as I could say, like our seniors is starting to take up a bigger role, and especially myself into leadership, and we're showing these guys the way how to do it correctly and how we want to play football. And like I want to thank everybody on the team because like we have to make this work. And I feel like I've been surrounded by a good group of guys that I can trust on the team, on the field, on and off the field, and everything. So,
That's
like as doing these workouts and stuff like that, I see the hard work and I see the determination in these guys' eyes, and like we really want it. So,
absolutely. And obviously trust on the team. That's a huge factor in a team success, especially I had kind of forgotten new coaching staff is in town in Little Ryan. How's
yes,
that transition been? Have y'all warmed up to them? I mean, I'm sure y'all have, but how's that transition been to the new staff?
it at first it was hard. It was really hard, but we have warmed up to him and learned how to trust him and trust his ways of coaching, which is a new style of coaching that I'm used to. Very, I wouldn't say relaxed, but like he's relaxed, but he's firm in what he say and what he do. He likes the players to lead by example. He let the truth come out on who we are. So
I hear you, man. And
his,
obviously,
I about to say his mindset is who are we behind closed doors? When the locker room closed, who are we? So
it's always important off the field is almost as important as on the field. Locker room chemistry, how you act, how you treat your classes. He sounds like he's got y'all headed in the right direction over there.
yep.
And y'all kick off the season. I think it's week two. Y'all play a pretty tough non-conference game against Tiffin, who bounces around within the top 25 every year. Obviously, conference. Y'all won the conference last year.
Yeah.
How do y'all prepare for a tough non-conference game so early in the season?
We how we prepare, we watch the film. Obviously, it's not going to be a lot of film, but we could just go back on the film from last year and go on the film from the first game, and we just go at them as much as we can. We go at them with the will and our power. So I mean, they probably got a couple guys and they probably got some studs on the team, but we also got studs on the team that can play. I'm just kind of excited. I'm always excited to play non-conference games to see what we could play and what we could do. It shows what we could do.
And obviously, speaking of studs on the team, D2football.com, first team All American this past season with 13 sacks. Obviously, there's a lot of media looking at you. There's a lot of attention on you this year. Probably gonna, as an offensive lineman, you would probably draw a few double teams. And that's the way it is if you're that talented. But how do you look to prepare for this season, knowing the expectation that you have, backing up such a strong season last year?
How I prepare for that is I keep doing the same thing that I have been doing for the past 4 years, and that is cause havoc, wreak havoc. My mindset hasn't changed since I've been here, since I played football. My one goal was to wreak havoc, and that's what I'm going to continue doing. So,
That's a obviously that's a great mindset to have as a defensive lineman, but those offensive linemen are going to have that same mindset, man. That's how we roll on the other side of the ball too.
be ready. Trust. Be ready.
And when I was doing my research for the Division two preseason rankings that I posted the other day, I found the picture of you doing I'm assuming it's your sack celebration. That
Yeah.
right there. Can you give me a little backstory on that? Is there a story behind it, or is it just something that you enjoy doing?
So the backstory behind it, it was 2 years ago, 2022. So I could say was the start of me like becoming who I am. And so like I was trying to find the identity of who I am and who I was. And who was popping up on my page recently was Matthew Judon.
Yeah.
And like after seeing his celebration, I was like, I'm going to do this celebration. It was also a thing that talk about, oh, that I don't have a celebration or I didn't know how to do celebrations. I had a wonky celebration when I first got here. So this year I wanted to like, all right, I'm gonna practice my cellies. I'm gonna actually practice my cellies and so that one came across and like I found it was a perfect week. It was against Limestone and I got the sack and the first thing I did was that and it stuck ever since. And ironically, shout out to Coach Foster. He is friends with him, and he is friend. I think Coach Foster is at UTEP now. I kind of lost track, been all over the place. But he was a good friend of Matthew Judon. He went to his wedding. It was the time he went to his wedding and everything. So he showed him the video, and I don't know if it's still up there, but it's on Twitter. Matthew Judon shouted me out. So
Oh man, that's awesome. Especially from a player of that caliber, and that's a pretty cool moment right there, I would have bet.
yeah,
And NFL, Matthew Judon, and the Patriots too, who he was with and
yep,
still with, I believe. Still,
yeah,
or is he with Baltimore? No, he was Baltimore, then New England, I
yes. It
think.
was Baltimore, New England.
And y'all, Lenoir Rhyne had a player drafted, I believe, in the fifth round by New England a few years back. So y'all have produced NFL talent. Do you have any plans or aspirations to go play professional football, or are you going to continue with your career in sports management and business afterwards?
I want to continue my career in the NFL. I want I always so this kind of have been like a dream of mine since I was younger and like has seeing it unfold is amazing, but like it's been altered because like everybody say that they want to go to the league, but not everybody wants to be the guy in the league, be the person, the number one person, the number one option in the league. And so I just want to be able to go to the league and be that number one option as long as I can. So
That's obviously the dominate, wreaking havoc again on the mindset. You're not just there to collect a check. You're there to dominate and play the best of your ability. And that's an amazing goal. And I hope we can do an interview whenever you hear your name called on draft day one day. Run
I
this
hope so.
back a little bit. Um, and NFL, you get one dream one on one with an offensive lineman. It could be a tackle, it could be a guard, it could be a center. A dream one on one matchup, full pads. Who are you going against?
Trent Williams, that's always the safest option. But what was the offensive lineman? He just died this year. I think it was this year or last year. Tony Allen, is that his? I
Oh,
believe
Larry Allen.
Larry Allen. There we go.
Yeah.
Larry Allen. I would have loved to go against the athletic big man type. I'm never. It's really anybody. I'm never afraid to shy away from a competition. So I'm always looking to get better and to help me become a better person and a better player. So
Not shying away from competition, picked arguably the two best to ever do it in the league. And maybe you'll get a chance to go against Trent Williams one day. That would be a
yeah,
pretty special moment, I'm sure.
yeah.
And kind of wrapping things up here, Lenoir Rhyne this season, obviously national championship on y'all's mind. Y'all are working hard. You're looking to wreak havoc. But what is one moment you hope to cherish throughout your career at Lenoir Rhyne, whether it's something that has happened or something that you hope to happen, that you can leave Lenoir Rhyne and have that one special moment that you remember for the rest of your life?
There's a couple special moments. One special moment is to get a defensive touchdown. I've been I've been trying for the past 3 years to get a defensive touchdown, and I've been so close, so close. It's more so I don't want like that. Oh, you're a senior, you could get a come get a little offensive touchdown. No, I want to be able to get a defensive touchdown to say I earned this one. Like I got this touchdown because I earned it. So, and another one is to break as many records I can at LR. Currently, I have the sack record of LR with 29 and a half. That was very important to me last year because like the guy that had the record, he did it in 3 years, 4 years, and I broke it in the same amount of time that he had. So that was really important. And I just want to be able to hold the records. I also have the TFL, the career TFL record, which is I mean not career single season TFL record, which is now 25. Currently looking to extend it even more. And then this year I'm going for the career TFLs, which I'm not far off. Like I'm like 5 off. So, I'm just here to work.
Oh yeah, only 5 off, man. That's week 2 for you right there, man. Maybe week 1.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong. When I was reading your bio on LR's website, you have the single game sack record
Yes, I do.
with 5.5 sacks.
Yes.
Wow. That How many offensive linemen did they rotate through to try to stop you? Or were you just whooping up on that one guy all day?
Yeah, it was really everybody, but like what they started to do is they started to get the tight end to guard me. So like when if I went to the other side, he'll follow me, and it wasn't the little tight end; it was the big tight ends. So I was getting either double teamed, or I was getting chop blocked or hitting him head. So
5.5 sacks. If I was the O lineman that gave up 5.5 sacks, I think I would leave my cleats on the field and I'd hit the locker room and never touch turf again.
yeah,
That's incredible stuff. Very impressive numbers, and obviously back it up with you have a great personality, great work ethic, and obviously the results they speak for themselves on the field.
yep.
And that's all I got for you today, man. But I really appreciate you taking the time to do this interview. And
Any-
best of luck to you and LR this season, man. Y'all have great things in store. And I expect a lot out of y'all this year, man. I'm expecting a natty.
Trust, it's coming.
That's what we like to hear right there.